The following is an excerpt from the book Experiences of Thought by Anthony Kahn, available now on Amazon.com and Kindle. The Ideal World, People and Pedestals. There is an artwork in Leicester, in England, entitled the Demistaff, a portmanteau of demos and cenotaph, and thus literally a monument to the people. It is a statueless plinth that overlooks the River Soar. Although plain in appearance, there is an interesting idea behind it. The artist, Alberto Duman, created it in order to give the average person the opportunity to stand atop it and take on the sense of eminence that the plinth bestows. It is natural, of course, to aspire to great things and to take pride in that which we create. But what are the qualities that we require of a person before we grant them a place atop their own personal pedestal? Why do we put anyone on a pedestal in the first place? As we noted in section 5.10, there is a tendency among all social groups to establish hierarchies, and every hierarchy has its pinnacle. But what are the special qualities of that person at the very pinnacle of society? Have they done more good than the average person? Are they more intelligent than the average person? Are they more creative than the average person? Do they have a greater capacity for experience than the average person? What constitutes a hero or a person worthy of our utmost respect? What are the qualities of the person on whose every word we hang and who we shamelessly chase down for their autograph or photo? Strangely enough, in most cases, those people that we put on pedestals are remarkably ordinary and not particularly dissimilar from ourselves. They might have starred in a movie or played for some sports team. They might be a famous singer or hold a position of political power. But are they truly different from us? Does their opinion hold more logical weight than ours by virtue of their fame? Do they possess any intrinsic quality that makes them truly different or more important? There are many in our world who perform great deeds and achieve great accomplishments. They may be very talented, or good-looking, or command great authority. But think carefully before you make them your hero or bestow them with superhuman qualities within your mind. If you ever actually knew them personally, or lived in the same house as them, you may find that they are surprisingly ordinary and exhibit the usual human frailties that we all do. Remember that the requirement for fame is not great intelligence or great wisdom, but rather simply to be known by lots of people. Remember that from the highest throne to the lowliest tuffet, we all sit on the same thing. By all means, applaud those who do well and encourage all that is a force for the better. Be excited to meet those whose actions you admire. Just remember always that they are substantially the same stuff as you. It does us no good to divide the world into heroes and monsters, or into those who have achieved greatness and those who have not, for it is a crude oversimplification. But if we are to categorize great deeds or identify those who are especially worthy of our admiration, then what is to be our yardstick? Is it enough to occupy a seat of great power or to possess commendable control over a soccer ball? If there is a scale of human endeavor and advancement, then who sits at the top of this scale? When we look at all that exists and all that is of importance, there is one quality that stands out as the most impressive of all, the ultimate mark of wisdom, and that quality is simple kindness. If you are intent on identifying the greatest among us, then look no further than those who are the kindest. Unassuming people who go out of their way to bring happiness to others and to remove suffering. Ornaments of distinction, or a lack thereof, say little to nothing about the true breadth of the mind to which they might be attributed. Indeed, it is by their fruits that we shall know them, and no fruit is sweeter than kindness. We may have a way with words, we may have great intelligence, or thousands of people that answer to us. But the embodiment of true wisdom and true greatness is none other than kindness. Suppose for a moment how our world might operate if those who occupied our highest pedestals were the kindest and most selfless among us. Children in school would not be idolizing famous sports stars or actors and actresses just because they are frequently in the media, and anything other than kindness would not be cool. School leavers would not be choosing the path of greatest wealth or prestige, but instead that where they can be of greatest use. Those in government would not be clambering over each other for the highest positions of power and renown. We would instead live in a world of service, where the leader places themselves below those that they lead. The parent would not demand respect by right of their title, but earn it naturally and logically through their child's clear perception of their love toward them. Young and old would be respected alike, and everyone would be truly equal. No book could command unquestioning authority unless it was unquestionably kind, and any concept of hierarchies of worth would go out the window. We would be a world of beings, each inevitably at a different stage in our development and growth, but all unequivocally worthwhile and valued nonetheless. We must be very careful about placing people on pedestals, because it is ultimately kindness alone that defines greatness of mind and all else is of secondary importance. It is the way of our world that those who wish to occupy high places laud it over all those who they consider to be beneath them. But to achieve true greatness of mind, you must make yourself last. Far from being atop a pedestal, you must make yourself a pedestal on which others can stand. Whoever wants to be the greatest must be the most selfless. Whoever wants to be first must be the servant of all.